We're back with another installment of Cup or Flop. Last episode, we're going in alphabetical order. We started with the Anaheim Ducks, and we put together a pretty damn good team, but it was a flop. It was a tough start, but it is what it is. We move on to an even tougher start. The Arizona Coyotes. I mean, arguably could be one of the worst teams in the entire NHL. Their overall is a 79. And as per the last episode, owner mode off, salary cap will be on, computer trades on, morale will turn off, head coach edit lines. I mean, we'll take it off, no big deal. Auto staff management, definitely want to have that on. And then let's continue. But the Arizona Coyotes, in real life, I don't know. I'm sorry if you're an Arizona Coyotes fan. I'm a Sens fan, so I mean, I feel your pain. We suck. The Arizona Coyotes, Phil the Thrill Kessel will turn injuries off just like last time. And then any other things we want to throw on here, auto scouting, auto staff management, we're going to keep those on for this series. And let's get into it. Let's check out the Arizona Coyotes. So as I was saying before, they're not a good team. 3 years. We have 3 years to win the Stanley Cup. It's cup or flop. You got to win the Stanley Cup within 3 years. So there's a lot of trades that we're definitely gonna have to make. It's almost like, do we get rid of year one and kind of call it a quits? It's tough. How do we want to take a look at the Arizona Coyotes? Let's take a look at the roster moves here. We'll start with the goaltender and their starter. I mean, 80 overall, Carter Hutton, 35 years old. Anyone in the system, Scott Wedgwood. He'll probably end up being our starting goalie, Scott Wedgwood. So I'm going to bring him up right now. Who is this guy? So they got Vejameka and Ivan Prosvetlov. I can't even say it. Just my boy Ivan. We're going to move down Ivan, and we're going to run with Carter Hutton and Scott Wedgwood for year number one. At least for now. We might make some moves. You never know, but just kind of quickly running through the roster. And this is one of the bright spots of the team. Jacob Chicherin. He is a medium elite, 23 overall, 85 overall defenseman. Out of everyone on the team, he is probably up there for the best player. Clayton Keller's pretty good too. They got Anton Strawman, Shane Gostisbehere, who's not terrible, 81 overall, not anywhere near his Calder season where he has 65 points in 78 games. He hasn't really come close to that, minus 20, but you know, it's gonna be an interesting ride with these guys. And then they got Ilya Lubishkin, 78 overall, Soderstrom, 77 overall, 20 years old, medium top four, high potential defenseman. So he might end up being a decent player in year number 2, year 3. And then finally, their sixth defender is Dyson Mayo, 72 overall. Definitely not ideal. But who do we got here? So no one really in the system that I'm seeing. Top four. A lot of top four guys, but they're a little bit older. 24, 23, 24. Cam Deneen. The defensive, we're definitely going to have to make some moves for defense because we can't have a 72 overall. Forwards, let's check it out here. Phil Kessel is their highest rated forward at 84 overall. Poor Phil the Thrill. Phil the Thrill. Last year, 43 points in 56 games. Honestly, not terrible. They got Nick Schmaltz, who's 84, 25 years old. Should be good to keep around. Clayton Keller. He's not a superstar X Factor. That hurts. We really wanted him to be a superstar X Factor. But they got Ryan Dzingel, Galchenyuk, Yaskin, Fisher, Barrett Hayden, who will be pretty good. Not a superstar X Factor either. Jay Beagle, Antoine Russell, Johan Larson, Lawson Krause, who is another good prospect from medium top 9. Not even that good anymore. Tyler Boyd. Or Travis Boyd. Tyler Boyd's a different player. He's an NFL player. And then Andrew Ladd's on the books. Andrew Ladd. Who do we got in the system? Do we got any prospects here? Louis Eriksson. What do you guys think? Bring Louis Eriksson up. Dylan Gunter. He is going to be good. we got to get Gunter playing. We need him at the highest overall we can get him. He honestly might be someone who we trade away. You trade him away, he's not going to reach the overall, so he's got good trade value. Fashing, I mean, for a team as bad as they are, they really don't have a lot of good prospects either, which makes it a lot harder. No real trade value on the team. So let's go right now. Make sure we don't need Andrew Ladd on the roster. Jay Beagle. Who do we want to get rid of? Beagle or Roussel? It's a Beagle. Even though Beagle's probably a better player, this is how the lines look right now. I'm showing you now because I'm going to make a bunch of upgrades, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes with a new and updated roster. Hopefully we can get someone higher than 84 overall on the team, but let's check out free agency, and I'll be back with you guys soon. The good thing is the Arizona Coyotes, they have no prospects, but we have a lot of picks to work with here, so we can definitely flip some picks. I don't know what we're going to do with the trades, but we're going to work on some things here. So we made a couple trades, a couple free agency acquisitions. We didn't make the biggest trade we made was for Shea Theodore. We traded away our prospect, Dylan Gunter. It just seemed like the best thing to do. Shea Theodore, superstar X Factor. For some reason, Vegas wants to get rid of him, so I definitely don't mind taking him. But let's run through the team. I traded a third-round pick for Connor Brown. It seems realistic. Ottawa's not going to do anything. Nick Schmaltz still going to be our first liner. And then Jesse Puljujärvi, we traded a second round pick for. He was on their trade block, wants a contract next year. They probably wouldn't be able to afford him, so might as well get him off their hands. Second line, Phil the Thrill Kessel, Ryan Johansson, who Nashville did want to trade just for the reason he's making $8 million. So I traded a second and a third for Ryan Johansson. And then Clayton Keller will round out that top six. The bottom six, a Barrett Hayden. Really hoping he can grow a little bit. Would like it to get him a little bit higher on the offensive scheme. But we'll keep Phil Kessel up there. Yeah, we'll keep Phil Kessel up there. Eric Stahl will be a third line center. We picked him up in free agency. And then Dominic Cahoon will play the third line right wing. Another guy we picked up in free agency. In the bottom six here, rounding it out, we got Dmitry Yaskin, Ryan Dzingel, and Kristen Fisher. Defensively, as you saw before, Shea Theodore, one of the guys we traded for. We traded, I believe it was Gunter for Theodore, straight up 1-for-1. I think it was a great deal from us. And then we're going to be playing Jacob Chichurin on that top pairing with them. We're going to be playing Victor Soderstrom and Ty Smith, who we traded a second round and a fourth round for. And then Shane Gostisbehere and Anton Strawman. That rounds it out. Tuukka Rask was available in free agency. I tried to put a bid on him, but we were unable to get him. So it looks like we're going to be running with Scott Wedgwood, who's going to be our starter, and Carter Hutton. Let's simulate year number 1 and see how we do. We didn't trade away our first round pick, so we definitely have that to trade. With the year coming to an end, we do not make the playoffs, but we were on track to make the playoffs here. I want to show you guys the calendar. At the trade deadline, we were about 500, give or take, and then we go on a 10-game losing streak, and that basically just kills every chance of the playoffs. So unfortunately, in year number 1, we're unable to make the playoffs. But it was a promising year, except for the last part of the year. Yeah, we were around 27-27 at one point. So we were in the playoff race, but we ended up finishing 32-44. So that 10-game losing streak killed us. Last 10, 2-8. I mean, we had a chance, but scoring leaders, just take a quick look. Nick Schmaltz, Connor Brown, and Jesse Puljujärvi, a big acquisition there, had big years for us. So let's get into the off season and the draft and see how we can better this team. And it looks like we have the third overall pick here. Let's simulate the first 2 picks. Wow, McMillan, franchise 83 overall. I wish I would have traded for that, but what can you do? Shane Wright goes number 2. What do we got here? Brad Lambert. Should I just go with the Brad Lambert pick here, or should I try trading for a player? Honestly, I might just go Brad Lambert or Dmitry Yas. Brad Lambert, he's got the gem. Let's just make the pick. Let's make the pick. We won't trade it. He's a 76. It's not that good. Medium elite. What was the other guy? 8. That's our first big mistake. Simulate to pick number 13. And I think we trade this one away. So let's go offer trade, and let's see what we can work out here. I'll get back to you guys when I find a trade. I'm going to try trading away our 2 first-round picks left and Ryan Johansson and Fisher for Elias Lindholm and Robert Anderson. I believe it's Robbie Anderson. Rasmus Anderson. Will this go through? Trade rejected. I mean, I feel like we got to make this type of trade here. Bolster the offense, the defense. They really don't want to make this deal. I'll try one more time with a first. Come on. Trade accepted. As for contracts, let's see who we got to sign here. None of these guys. Lambert we'll sign. We'll sign Lambert. Try to get him in there. I mean, he's superstar X Factor, so I mean, he's not terrible. What's that? Shock and awe. So he's got the toe drag snipe, just like Austin Matthews accidentally exited out of that. Let's go back into it. But it looks like, yeah, Yessi Puljujärvi, he's growing pretty nicely. So definitely a good pickup for us. Let's go into the contracts. Okay. So Landry, don't need. Phil the Thrill. I mean, I'd like to bring Phil the Thrill back. He wants a little bit more money because he doesn't want to come back. Eric Stahl, I don't need to bring back. Backlund, Strawman. I'm going to let Strawman walk. Dzingel, good for the bottom. Yeah, I can offer him that deal. Wants to come back too, so it doesn't matter. Galchenyuk, I don't. Yeah, I'll hold on Galchenyuk. O'Brien, don't need. Yaskin. I'll offer him the contract, but I doubt he's going to actually play for us. Roussel, no. No Beagle. No Boyd. Lubushikin. Larson. Puljujärvi. Okay, that's a big one. Wow, Puljujärvi has one good season and wants to get paid. There's only 2 years left in the season. Okay, is he interested? He does want a contract. So I'm thinking if I go 2 years, I can get him at like 7.625. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll try. Barrett Hayden, definitely going to bring him back. 2 years. Around the same. We only need him for 2. Cahoon, we'll try bring him back here. 2 years. Yeah, let's go 2. I don't want to pay him that much. Okay, let's go 1 year for now. Lawson Krause. He would be great on the 4th line, so I want to bring him back. Capobolinko. Definitely going to bring him back. He's a trade asset, if anything. Vasa Boomer, don't need. Ratty, this guy used to always have medium elite potential, but not anymore. Bottom 6, don't need. Spears, don't need. Holtz, don't need. Dean, don't need. And then Lambert, we offered a contract to. Let's advance a day, see if anyone rejects. It's easy. Okay, Phil's back. Yaskin, I don't mind. Krause. Anyone else that we do not have? Cahoon, yep. So everyone's coming back. Let's check the goalies actually quickly. Yeah, so Carter, we need to bring one back at least. So I'm going to bring Wedgwood back for sure. And honestly, I'll skip on Hutton for now because he'll probably digress. But let's get into free agency. Make sure he accepts that. There we go. Okay. So free agency, we got $22 million to make this team a little bit better. I mean, there's always some big fish in the free agency, so I think it's almost at the point where we gotta sign one. Maybe a 1 year deal, a 2 year deal. See what we can get. Klingberg's here. Patrick Laine, probably a restricted free agent though. Okay, yeah, let's do unrestricted free agents. So John Klingberg. I mean, Klingberg wouldn't be a bad option. Bergeron wouldn't be a bad option. Philip Forsberg's there. Forsberg wouldn't be bad either. I mean, we got money. We might as well spend it. Forsberg. How does he simulate? How does Forsberg simulate? 72 points, minus 18. I don't really like that. Bergeron, I mean, you know what you're getting from Bergeron. 106. You know what? I never get Bergeron anything. He's older. Can we get Bergeron? If we sign him longer term, like, how can we get a steal on him? So if we go like 7 years at 9.5, Bergeron. Come on over. Come on over, my friend. First line center and captain guaranteed. Any other moves we can make here? Let's sort by overall. Start by the overall. Letang, eh? Letang wouldn't be bad either. A little bit of help defensively. But I feel like if I'm going to go for someone, I'd go for Klingberg. Forsberg. I keep coming back to Forsberg, but I don't think it would be a good move to sign Philip Forsberg right now. Giordano. A little bit too old. Schultz. Ryan Strome wouldn't be bad. You know what? We're going John Klingberg. Or, not John Klingberg. Chris Letang. Oh, I'm torn between these two. I'm torn. You know what? Chris Letang. Klingberg's just so much younger. And if I offer Klingberg a 4-year deal, we can get him for cheap. Or a 2. Yeah, a 2-year deal, which is perfect, to be honest. And we can try going 9 mil. I don't know if we'll get him with this deal, but definitely worth a try. And before we forget, we definitely need a goaltender. And Tuukka Rask is there. Tuukka Rask would be a big upgrade. Even this guy, Lankinen. Lankinen wouldn't be a terrible option either, but Tuukka Rask, I mean, how did he do last year? He was terrible, but he was on Anaheim, so you can judge for yourself. Darcy Kemper. We can get him for. I don't want to overpay and have cap issues, but let's try getting Darcy Kemper. 2 years at 5.5. Those are the only moves I'm gonna make. Okay, nothing else there. If we get them, we get them. Let's see. Decline that trade. Decline all these terrible trades. I don't want them. Stop offering me. Patrice Bergeron has joined the Arizona Coyotes. Darcy Kemper has joined the Arizona Coyotes. And it looks like John Klingberg, I mean, he goes back to the Dallas Stars. So that means, is Chris Letang still available? It would be huge if Letang's still available. He is not. No, Letang's gone. Yandel. Don't want Yandel. Fiala is probably a restricted free agent. He is. Let's go back to the unrestricted free agency tab. How much money do we got? We got 8 million cap space. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it just in case. I'll see you guys in the next season. In year 2, we're here. The Arizona Coyotes. We look different. First line, Connor Brown, Patrice Bergeron, and Jesse Puljujarvi coming off his huge contract extension. Second line, we got Clint Keller, Elias Lindholm, Nick Schmaltz. Third line, Phil the Thrill Kessel. We're keeping him the whole 3 years, no matter what. Barrett Hayden and Bobby Ryan, who we picked up in free agency. 85 overall, I mean, can't complain. Did he play last year? He did play for Chicago, 50 points in 70 games. I mean, not terrible. Not terrible. Could be a lot worse. I mean, he should be our first liner. And then we got Lawson Krause, a Cal Cutterblock, and Martin Frick. We picked up all those guys in the free agency. Defensively, we're coming along here. Shea Theodore, Jacob Chicherin, Ty Smith, Rasmus Anderson, Victor Soderstrom, and Shane Gostisbehere. And then in the cage, we got Darcy Kemper, 86 overall, and Oliver Rodrigue. I guess I didn't sign Wedgwood. Not bad, but let's simulate this year and see if we can make the playoffs in year number 2. Second season coming to an end. We once again missed the playoffs. I mean, we were pretty good this year. 42, 36, and 4. Honestly, the middle stretch of our season, we were terrible. If we were good in that middle stretch, I think we lost like 7, 8 games in a row. We would have made the playoffs. But definitely a little bit of improvement, slowly but surely. But yeah, not a terrible year from us. Could be a lot worse. 42 wins. I mean, above 500. So it's a place to start. If we look at the statistics, wow. It was just Patrice Bergeron. The rest of the team did not do anything. Connor Brown, minus 14. I mean, maybe not the best first liner. I'll admit it myself. Yes, he played RV after his big contracts. Useless. Lindholm. Phil the Thrill played well. Clint Keller, Barrett. Bobby Ryan, I like it. 40 points. Shea Theodore. I mean, yeah, our problem is scoring. For this last year, we got to figure out how we're going to get some goals. I'll see you guys in the offseason. All right, in the re-sign stage here, we got $21 million of cap space to work with. Let's see who we have to sign. And Lambert, it looks like we didn't sign him last year, but he is up to an 83 overall. Definitely going to crack this roster. What else are we missing here? This is the last year, so I don't really care about any of these low overalls. Connor Brown, I definitely want to keep around. Kind of sounded like a rhyme, but just being honest, you know. 4.8. 2.5 for Connor Brown. He wants to come back, so should work. Don't need any of these guys. Don't want to come back anyways. I haven't played Demers. Gossesbear, I don't want to bring him back. How much does he want? How much has got? Yeah, no, he's terrible. Bobby Ryan, no, I'm not gonna bring back. Conor McGregor's son, we'll leave him out. We can pass on most of these guys. They're not gonna be coming back anyways. Timmins, I'd like to bring back just in case we use him. Pretty cheap for an 81 overall. Ty Smith, definitely a guy we gotta bring back here. If I do 1 year, okay, there we go. We need to save every penny we can here. Let's do a 1 year, 3.85. He wants to come back. It looks like that's it. So, whoops, did not mean to press that one. Skip, see if anyone. Oh, did no notifications. All right, I guess I gotta check manually. So we got everyone there that we need. Everyone. Okay, so Crotty, don't need. Demers, don't need. Gossesbear, I mean, we'll save the 12 mil. We're trying to get a goal scorer in this free agency. Let's check goaltenders here. I guess we should sign this guy as our backup. Hopefully he wants no money. I like that. All right, so the free agency here. Give me someone who just scores goals. I mean, I know it's a lot to ask, but someone who they like to score goals. We need to at least make the playoffs here. I knew Arizona would be probably the hardest team out of every team to do this. And I mean, someone who scores goals. Asking you shall receive. Who do you want? Nathan McKinnon or David Pastrnak? We only have $12 million though. So that's something we got to keep in mind. Or Patrick Laine. McKinnon, I mean, I would love to have McKinnon on the team. He doesn't score as much as Pastrnak, I believe. They give it. I want McKinnon. I want Nathan McKinnon. Give me McKinnon. If I give him 5-6 years, I'll give you everything I have, McKinnon. I'll give you all my money. Actually, I should probably save a couple $1,000. I want him though. I gotta offer him a lot. McKinnon, come to Arizona. We need you. McKinnon. Please, just advance the next season. Please see Nathan McKinnon. I don't even want to look. I'll hear the notification soon. Come on. I don't want to look. Did I not offer him the contract? What's going on? We're on August 25th. What happened? I offered him the contract, no? Contracts offered, 1. Who is the contract offered? Approached. What? What happened to McKinnon? Where'd he go? Where'd McKinnon go? Oh my God. What happened? I offered him the contract. You're telling me he signed for $7 million 1 year? You can't make this up. There's no way he signed a $7 million what? Okay, 7 years, 14.375. Well, that's a little bit of an issue. That was gonna be our big signing there. I mean, Barzal, we can offer Barzal a contract. We got $9 million now. Oh, we got to get to the regular season and make some trades here. Oh, that's annoying. All right. Last year, we went all out. For some reason, Pittsburgh wanted to get rid of Sidney Crosby. I guess he's getting old, but we traded only a first-round pick and Connor Brown for Sidney Crosby. Definitely a steal on our end. And we also made a move for Cole Caulfield, giving up 2 first-round picks and a prospect, and finally had to get rid of Clayton Keller to get the salary cap up there. But Bergeron, I mean, he's down to an 88. But, I mean, if I can get Cole Caulfield on that line, it would be ideal. But Caulfield will play second line. So we got Elias Lindholm, Sidney Crosby, and Patrice Bergeron. I mean, Bergeron probably should be taking faceoffs. Yeah, definitely Bergeron in the middle. Jesse Puljujarvi, Brad Lambert, and Cole Caulfield on the second line. A good young second line. And then third line, a Phil the Thrill, a Barrett Hayden, and Nick Schmaltz. Fourth line, Lawson Krause, Troy Terry, the star of this year in real life, and Liam Kirk. Defensively, we got Theodore Timmins, who's grown. Soderstrom, Chichirin, who's going to go up there. Ty Smith. I mean, we can bring him up there, but I kind of like the pluses there. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. And then in the cage, none other than Darcy Kemper. I mean, this is the best our team's ever looked. So, I mean, for some reason, it has this as a seller. If I simulated Dave, will it still say seller? Now we're buyers. So, this is our year. Let's simulate. This is the final year. Cup or flop. We need to at least make the playoffs here. Arizona was always going to be the hardest one. But I'll see you guys hopefully in the postseason. In year 3, we do make the playoffs, but I mean, it's not an easy road. We're playing the 59, 18, and 5 Edmonton Oilers. Let's check out how the team did here. Sid the Kid leads the way, or Sid the Old Kid leads the way with 88 points. Lindholm 67. I mean, we just don't get a lot of scoring. In his rookie year, Lambert played pretty damn well, though. 63 points in 82 games. I love to see that. Hopefully he's a threat in the playoffs. He's a plus 19. Caulfield didn't really do much. Puljujärvi, that's, I mean, not that great. But, yeah, we're going to need some scoring. Troy Terry on the fourth line killed it for us. But Edmonton, wow, they lit it up. Let's see. Let's go to the Edmonton Oilers here. Edmonton, Connor McDavid had 120 points. So, yeah, that's what we're up against. So, good luck. Barry was above a point per game, as well as Yamamoto and Draisaitl. So, we got the Edmonton Oilers went 43, 32, and 7. So, we do make the playoffs. Cup or flop, final year against the President's Trophy winning team. I'm only assuming. We'll simulate to game number 4. Hopefully, we don't get swept out. Game 1. So, we're down 2-1. Game number 4. We win it. So, 2-2. I mean, if we can win this game, I mean, damn. Slow sim this game. Game number 6, I believe, in Arizona. We can close out the series right here. First period, they get a goal from Nuge and Hyman. We get one from Schmaltz. Second period, they get McNabb and McDavid. And then third period, it's going to game 7. I say I just fast sim it. The fast sim worked better for me. All right, here it is. Cup or flop? It's a flop. The Anaheim Ducks are a flop. The Arizona Coyotes are flops. But, I mean, the Coyotes are a tough team to work with. You know, they don't got much going on here. They got a big draft coming up this year. So if you're a Coyotes fan, if they exist, the upcoming draft is gonna be huge for you guys. Hopefully, you guys can get Shane Wright or something to go along with your rebuild here. Phil the Thrill, it was an honor, but that makes me 0-2 or in the Cup or flop series. What can you do? The next team, I believe, is the Boston Bruins. So let's see if we can go 1 for 3. I'll see you guys for the Boston Bruins Cup or flop.